All right, guys, the whole entire thing is assembled and it is humongous. I know that it's very hard to tell sizes of things in videos because sometimes things look bigger than they are. Sometimes they look smaller than they are. In this case, in this scenario, things definitely look smaller than they are. When I tell you that this is big, this is big. It is almost the size of me. Now, this is 4.5 feet. And it is really wide. It takes up like basically this whole entire wall. And now I kind of have a little bit of buyer's remorse because it is really huge. Now this right here, this closet, it did not come with the set, but this was something that I had. It actually fits perfectly in there. So that is just a regular Barbie. This is an elevator. She lives in a mansion, right? So I guess she has an elevator. It is a little bit hard to move up and down. And I feel like if you try to move it up by the handle, you're probably going to end up eventually breaking it. I mean, guys, did we really need to screw a block in there just to hang this plastic chandelier? No. I felt like that was ridiculous. They legit could have just like given us like some double-sided adhesive and we could have just hung that chandelier. So I felt like they made this more complicated than it needed to be. The furniture is very nice. The furniture is made out of wood. The cat is a wooden cat, but what was included is like all the wooden stuff. This is the garage. You could probably put like a Barbie Jeep or convertible in here. This right here, I'm not even sure what this is. Maybe it's a sunroom, right? I guess this would be considered a sunroom. I mean, legit, it's a mansion. And then here is the bathtub and the toilet. Look at this. The toilet actually opens. I thought that was pretty cool. And then here is the baby's room. I like this. It rocks. I'm going to have to go find a little baby doll now, miniature doll. Since we're a military family, we move about every 2 or 3 years. Now, they generally try to not break anything, but we all know that any single time you move furniture, there is a high possibility that your furniture is going to get damaged. It's just inevitable. When you buy furniture, you know, you're supposed to put it somewhere and then you're not ever supposed to disassemble it or, you know, move it around or have it like, you know, in a truck, in a trailer, going God only knows where. So, but if you're not somebody in a situation like mine, if you're not a military family, you're probably going to build this and wherever you decide to park it at, that's where it's going to stay. So in that sense, then yes, it is pretty sturdy. It comes with anchoring nails, so you could actually anchor it to the wall. The frame of the house, it's wood, but everything else is kind of like, you know, cardboard or particle board. The refrigerator, the doors do open, so that is pretty cool. Even though it is humongous, in that sense, it is worth the price because it is humongous. But I felt it was more difficult than it needed to be for the assembly. I felt like there was no need for this elevator. I felt like that kind of made it very ridiculous. And the elevator does not go up and down smoothly. The panels and whatever, there are certain stress points that are very easily, you know, easy to crack, I guess. And the designs, the paper that is basically glued onto the panels. So if you don't mind spending the time building it and if you don't mind the price tag, then definitely get it. Your little girl's going to love it. My little girl, she's a toddler. When she saw this, she was beyond excited. And even my little boy, you know, my little boy, he's in 1st grade and he was playing with it and he loved it too. So it's definitely very big.